Hello friends, welcome to Mechanical Engineering online classes.
Let us see a question on centroidal rotation. Two bodies, 8 kg and 12.5 kg, are suspended on two ends of a rope that are passing over a pulley of radius 250 mm, and the moment of inertia is given as 16.5 kg meter square as shown. We have to find the tensions in the rope and also the angular acceleration of pulley. So according to the procedure, let us see, we have to identify the number of particles or rigid bodies that are there in the system. What are the things that are there? There are two masses, two blocks. One is of weight 8 kilogram, mass 8 kilogram, and the other is 12.5 kilogram. Apart from this, there is a pulley which is rotating about its centroid. These are the bodies that are there. The second thing is we have to find the kinematic relation between these objects. Nothing about alpha or its direction is mentioned, but we have to find. Now if we see how the system is, this is 8 kg, the first one is, this is the 12.5 kg. So it's obvious that because 12.5 kg is greater than 8 kg, this will slide down, and because the 8 kilogram and 12.5 kilogram are attached to the same rope, as 12.5 kg block comes down, 8 kg block will move up. So if I am considering the acceleration for 12.5 is some a1, so a1 direction is downward, and if I am saying it a2 for 8 kilograms, its direction is upward. And because the rotation is happening as the 8 is moving up and 12.5 is moving down, the rotation of pulley is in clockwise direction. This is alpha, say. And we shouldn't forget that there are tensions in the ropes. So let T1 be the tension in the rope which is on the side of 12.5. On the other side, let that tension be T2. Fine, we will look in detail how these tensions are acting when we go with the FBD of different objects. So now let us just write down the kinematic relation between the objects. Now from the given figure in the system, the acceleration with which the 12.5 kilogram will rush downward will be the same acceleration with which 8 kilogram block will move upward. But let us see it by relation, by formula. We know A is nothing but R alpha. Here R is nothing but the radius of the pulley, this which is given as 250 mm. So I am converting it all to meter. So 250 mm into alpha. Alpha is the angular acceleration which we have considered. So I am writing this in terms of meter. So it will be 0.25 alpha. So whether it is A1 or A2, this A1 the acceleration of this block which is of mass 12.5 is also at the same radius as that of the 8 kg block. So the radius here is also 250, here also 250 for both A1 and A2. So whether it is A1 or A2, the value has come out to be same. So this is our kinematic relation. The first step, the second step is also done. Now let us draw the FBD of every object. Now let us start with the block which is of mass 12.5 kg. So tension is always, when considering an object, the tension acting on the object is always a pulling force. So it acts away from the object, and tension in the rope attached to 12.5 kilogram is considered as T1. So I am writing it as T1 here. And there is a weight that is acting downward. Weight is 12.5. This is in kilogram, right? So I am converting it into newtons. So it will be 12.5 into 9.81. This is the Newton. Now from the system, I clearly understand that the 12.5 kilogram body is moving downward. So its acceleration is downward. So its motion and acceleration is downward, which is A1. A1 is downward. So again I'm telling you clearly, here the sign convention is not based on upward positive or downward negative. The forces that are in the direction of acceleration are considered positive, whether it is up or down or left or right, or whether it is inclined to horizontal, or no matter how it is or what it is. So here the direction of motion is downward for this block, so this direction is a positive direction. The direction of acceleration is a considered positive direction. Now because all the forces are, let this be our y-axis, this is x-axis, all the forces are along y, so I'm writing sigma Fy is equal to m into Ay. There is a translation, right? This is translated along y-axis. So what forces are positive? Because 12.5 into 9.8, when the weight force is in the direction of A1, the weight force is positive, which is 12.5 into 9.81, and T1 is opposite to A1, so T1 is a negative force. So this is sigma Fy. There is no other force acting, right? So this is sigma Fy, and this is equal to mass of the object, which is nothing but 12.5 into Ay, or A1 here it is. What is A1? It is 0.25 alpha. Alpha is an unknown. The question is not to find the linear acceleration. He has just to find angular acceleration. So I'm converting A1 as alpha, because we want equation in terms of alpha. We should find alpha, right? So this can be written as T1 is equal to, I'm just multiplying this, and this is sent to the right hand side. 12.5 to 9.81 comes out to be 122.625. Now this is brought onto LHS side, so this becomes minus 12.5 into 0.25 is 3.125 alpha. So let this be equation number 1. So we got one relation between T1 and alpha with FBD of 12.5 kg block. Now let us draw the FBD of another block. So FBD of 8 kg block is, this is the block of mass 8 kg. The weight will be acting downward, which is 8 into 9.81 Newton. It is also attached to a rope, so it will be away from the object. So it is T2. And now the acceleration of 8 kg block is upward. So the motion of this block is, the direction is upward. A2 direction is upward, so upward forces are positive. So here if I am writing the equilibrium, dynamic equilibrium equation, then we have under sigma Fy, positive forces are those that are along the direction of acceleration. So T2 is in that direction, so it is T2. Now weight force is opposite to A2, so that is minus 8 into 9.81. There are no other forces acting. So this is it. So this will be equal to mass of the object, which is 8 multiplied by Ay is nothing but A2. Again, what is A2? It is 0.25 alpha. Now we can write T2 is equal to, I am just sending this onto the other side, 8 into 9.81 will be 78.48 less 8 into 0.25 is 2 into alpha. Let this be equation number 2. So we got two equations in terms of T1, T2 and alpha. So two equations, three unknowns cannot be solved. We need the FBD of pulley now. So this is the pulley. There is this pulley is rotated about a hinged joint from the figure that is given in the question. I am replacing this support by a support reaction. So hinged support can be replaced by a horizontal and vertical force. So because this is point G, let the horizontal reaction about passing through GB, HG, and the vertical force be some VG. Now we know it is rotated with an angular acceleration alpha, that is what the name we have given. Now this is also subjected to tension. One block is 8 kilo block is on the LHS side, then 12.5 is on the right side. So when we are considering FBD of pulley, the tension that is acting on the rope will be again away from the object under consideration. So this is T2 and this is T1. We have taken T1 on the side of 12.5 kg, T2 on the side of 8 kg. So the same nomenclature is used. So this is the FBD of the pulley. Now here our equilibrium equation will be, let us find the sum of moments of all the forces about point G. So this is under pure rotation, right? It is fixed axis rotation, which is centroidal rotation. The rotation of this pulley is happening about its center. Center itself is its center of gravity. So the equation will be sum of moment of all the forces about its centroid will be equal to the inertia couple, which is nothing but the product of moment of inertia of the pulley about its centroid axis, centroid, multiplied by alpha. Now because on the right side the object is of heavy mass, this rotation of the pulley is clockwise direction. So because alpha is in clockwise, any moment that is making a clockwise moment, any moment in the direction of clockwise will be positive. So this is the sign convention we have just learned in the previous video. So let us find the moments of all the forces. What are all the forces that are there? There is T1, there is T2, there is Hg, there is Vg. Moment of Hg and Vg will be 0 because moment is nothing but force multiplied by perpendicular distance. Hg and Vg are passing through G. So the perpendicular distance between Hg to G, Vg to G is 0. So moments due to these forces are 0, but there are moments due to T1 and T2. So moment of T1 about G is in clockwise direction. So moment of T1 about G is positive because it is in clockwise direction and alpha is also in clockwise direction. So because alpha is in clockwise direction, this is a positive direction for us. T1 into this perpendicular distance is our 0.25. This is the moment of T1 about G, which is positive. Now T2 will make an anti-clockwise moment, which is opposite to alpha, so that is minus T2 into. So this is also the same radius of pulley, which is 0.25. Now this will be equal to Ig into alpha. Ig is given as 16.5. Alpha is an unknown. We need to find that. T1 minus T2 into 0.25 is equal to 16.5 alpha, or T1 minus T2 is equal to 16.5 by 0.25 alpha. So we can write this as T1 minus T2 as 66 alpha. Let this be the third equation. Now T1, T2, alpha, these are the three unknowns. We have now got three equations. So solving the three equations, we can find all the three unknowns. So because T1 minus T2 should be 66 alpha, I am going to substitute T1 from equation 1, T2 from equation 2. I will substitute T1 and T2 in third equation. And after finding the difference, I will equate it to 66 alpha. So then I will have only one unknown in the entire equation, and I can find alpha as 0.62067 radians per second square. Now once we know alpha, we can find T1 from first equation, T2 from second equation. Then we will have T1 as 120.685 Newton and T2 as 79.72 Newton. So this is the answer to the given question.
Thanks for watching. If this video was of help to you, please like it and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.